The exhibition brings together 7 artists who use writing and language as a central tool alongside film, sculpture and sound works. The exhibition is called The Naming of Things, and I wanted it to think about the way that we use language and writing to describe the world and to kind of map out our relationship with the world, but how the way that we speak or write or use language also forms our own identities and plays a role in constructing our own sense of self. As a curator, I'm kind of always also thinking about myself as an artist and using the medium of an exhibition to gather other works by other people that I find interesting to act as a kind of extension of my own research and the themes in my own work. So this exhibition was a result of being awarded a Castlefield Gallery Mentorship Award when I graduated from Manchester School of Art. As a result, I applied with a proposal to curate a show here and was selected by Ryan Gander.
I fell in love with the exhibition, The Naming of Things, when I read the title, before I'd even read the proposal, and that's because I guess I share Bryony's enthusiasm and excitement for this notion that cognitive language that we can imagine in our brains is far more superior than verbal or written language that we humans have invented. You know, it's not as superior as what we can imagine, and I guess that's the crux of all contemporary art. You know, that not everything can be explained, that some things can only be felt, not everything is tangible or quantifiable, that some things just are.
One of the artists in the exhibition, Charlie Godet-Thomas, has made a perspex vitrine with fragments of text and paper collected in the bottom. The title, Song of Innocence, is a reference to William Blake's illustrated poetry collection, Songs of Innocence and Experience, where the section Innocence describes a kind of naive state of childhood before the corruption of experience. And in Charlie's work, I see this vitrine structure as representing the desire we have for language to contain experiences or contain memory and act as a vessel for meaning. But often it's really difficult for language to contain everything that we want it to say. Another work in the exhibition is Shawana Spong's film Unhooked but No Fish, which focuses on the 12th century mystic and philosopher Hildegard von Bingen, who received apocalyptic visions and recorded a language that she called the lingua ignota. The film also explores structures of power and authority in relation to gender and language, because Hildegard von Bingen lived in a time when literacy and knowledge and learning would have been very controlled and limited for women. So there's some speculation that her language was a way for her to create her own authority and to carve out her own way of describing the world as she saw it, as she wanted to see it. What I find really interesting in this film is the way that Shawana Spong weaves in another more contemporary narrative about a woman seeing a series of photographs online that she believes are of herself, but when she tries to zoom in to make sure, they're blurry and she can't be certain. But she has a sense of herself in these photographs. And I think this is an interesting pairing of this uncertainty and this unknowing in relation to identity, and Hildegard von Bingen's language being something that aims to name and identify things, but also having these gaps in the vocabulary.
Midway through, the dignity.
As a curator putting this exhibition together, what I really loved doing was mapping out the connections between the works, and initially that was based on similar themes of research and relationships to language and writing, but then within that I've found lots of other little connections that might be more to do with the mood or the materiality of an object. So I hope that viewers coming to the exhibition have a similar process of finding this web of connections that might be more or less obvious.